What's good, guys? We're obviously at Yashio factory today, and I'm super pumped because the windshield is getting replaced on the S15. No more cracks on the windshield. Now all I gotta worry about those dents in the roof. You can probably kind of see people working on it in the background. We'll get some footage of that in a second. But there's something kind of cool here. I don't know if you guys are gonna find this cool, but I think it's cool. Let me show you. This is Rin-chan's Lamborghini. It's a little kid's kind of car. It has a remote control, plus the kid can also control it, but the parent can obviously, you know, override it if the kid's about to crash into something. But what I thought was super cool was that there's this, and then there's, in pretty much the same red, this beautiful S15 here. I don't know what aero this is, but it's kind of digging on me. Obviously loving the gold Advan RS wheels. One other thing that I think is super cool that I wanted to show you guys is, how do we open this? I think it's like in here. It has actual Lambo doors. Oh man, it's such a cool kid's toy. I love it. Put that back in there. But this thing's super, super cool. I think the guy has a YouTube channel too. Maybe go check him out. He might have some cool stuff. But pretty much standard Yashio factory spec kind of thing. Nadi, shift knob, all the kind of like water temp meter stuff as well. And engine bay, very similar to what you see with the Yashio factory spec stuff. Engine torque dampener, all that kind of jazz. R35 injectors, coil packs, and airflow meter. We're into the HKS boost controller. And I'm not sure what turbo's down there. Looks like, oh, it's a YP turbine. Hell yeah, that's cool. All right, anyways, let's have a look now at what these guys are up to. So we didn't go for a Nissan OEM windshield. They cost like $1,500 to $2,000. So we're getting like a third-party one put in. The guys are currently cutting out all the old silicone and seals. So they're gonna get that new one put in there. I'm gonna probably set up a time lapse and get that done. I'm also really curious once the glass is out to have a good look at the seam there and make sure there's no damage there to like the inside part where the glass goes, because that's when it's very difficult to repair. I'm really hoping that those dents are just gonna be easy to pull out. So the guys have removed the glass, and I just did a little bit of hammering to get this kind of ding out here. Now it's perfectly flat in there, which means when this car gets painted next, minimal repair, just a tiny little bit of a pull there. We may even be able to get that pulled out with the paintless dent remover when that comes later on this week. But very, very lucky. There was like no huge kinks in this seam here, and there was a tiny little bit of a bubble which I just tapped in with a hammer, and it went back into place and even lifted the dent out a little bit. So that was very lucky. So pretty confident we'll be able to make this thing look good for the Nismo Festival. Oh, that reminds me. I'm kind of terrible at this kind of thing, but I completely forgot to tell you, this is me officially saying I'm gonna be at the Nismo Festival with my car on display at the Yashio factory booth. Come say hello. May will be also at the booth selling shirts and merch and stuff like that for Oka-chan. So definitely come. If you're in Japan visiting, you want to meet me, you want to see May, you want to hang out with Oka-chan and look at his cars and everything, we'll be at the Nismo Festival with my car. So definitely come, say hello. And here's the new glass that the guys are going to throw in, and it looks fresh as. So excited for new glass. Now, I kind of wish I was getting the back done too, because when I was removing all the old vinyl stuff, I decided it would be great to use a razor blade to get the stuff off, and I scratched the crap out of it. I don't know if you can see that too well on camera, but the rear glass is scratched pretty bad. Hopefully I can polish that out, but it is what it is. So the guys are now completely finished, and I have to say that this turned out mint. Like, I didn't actually realize how dirty and old and gross my old windshield was until there's a new one in there. Like, it is amazingly clean. They did a really good job. The new seals look great. Unfortunately though, a few places up there's a bit of paint that kind of came off, so you can see a bit of the old blue paint there, and that's because the seals were never taken out for the paint job. They were just kind of taped over. You can see there. And like I said, I've said this before, like a few people have kind of commented on the paint job, but this is literally not a $10,000 paint job. It's a cheap paint job. It's a drift car. It's going to get crashed into. It's probably going to need painting once a year. Hopefully once every 2 years would be nice just for my bank account. But it is what it is, and I'm okay with that, and I love it. So, and plus the livery is probably going to cover a bit of that stuff too, and stickers and stuff, so it'll be fine. But yeah, I was really happy with how I was able to do a little bit of a repair on the top here and kind of bang that dent out a bit and got it to come out a bit. Once we get in there with the paintless dent remover, I'm sure we'll be able to pull a lot of that out. Oh man, it looks so good with the nice windshield in there. Starting to fix it slowly but surely. This thing goes off for repair next week. It's going to need repainting and everything probably, which sucks, but hopefully they can save it. There's a lot of like splinter cracks all through it, hey. Hopefully it's savable. But if not, it's okay. We got a new one sitting up top there waiting just in case to be sent off to be painted. One thing as well that we want to get done is we want to redo all of the fab work here for this piping stuff, because that's kind of a bit of a disaster in there when you look at that. So we want to try and get that all tidied up and whatnot. Hopefully we can do that before Nismo Festival, but if not, it's okay. We can do that later. I still also need to replace that AC line and regas the thing, so we got AC back in this thing. But otherwise, everything's pretty well okay. I don't know if we're going to have the hood up even for the Nismo Festival. I think it's mainly just going to be like the car with the livery wrap and stuff like that. Livery should be arriving next week, mid next week, around the same time as the tool for pulling out those dents. And we should be able to get this car wrapped and looking epic too. Well, the whole car's not getting wrapped. It's just getting, you know, livery put on there to match with the paint and stuff like that. And it's going to look fire. For you guys that follow me and Oka-chan on Instagram, you know that he just released his new 2020 hoodies. And these are all the orders that came through today. Yesterday it was double the amount. So if you want to get a hoodie while stocks last, these are the new 2020 edition, which have the new HKS logo and stuff on the back. Link is in the description. Get yourself one while they last. I think this is all that's left. Oh no, there's 2 more boxes of them, so get them while you can. So it's time for me to go home, but before we do, check out this super clean 180 that's here. Looks epic. I actually really like these NK wheels. Kind of nice. Anyways, it's good to see a nice black 180. Type X too, by the way. Or it's just got the taillight kit. I don't know how to tell actually. Maybe the interior. If the interior is Type X, then you know it's legit. Yeah, no, it's got GTR seats, so I don't know. Anyways, check out the back seat of my Skyline. It's kind of funny. The whole thing is just littered in Yoshio factory merch. You guys have been killing it. It's probably going to be even more insane now that I've done it in a video. Because this is just from Oka-chan and me doing Instagram posts about it and stories. That's it. So really looking forward to selling out of all of that for him, because I know last year we literally sold out in like a week, so this is only the second day. It's gonna be fun. The post office lady's gonna hate me Monday morning, but it is what it is. Let's go grab May, get some dinner, have some fun for the night. Look everyone, it's Waifu-chan! What did you get me? Oh my gosh, you got me brownie cookies. Whew. We're gonna have a good night tonight, and I'm not talking about, oh.
We got tortillas today.
Yes, we need tacos so bad in our lives right now. All right, we're gonna go home and we're gonna have an amazing feast. You also got KFC, right? I'm so excited for Japanese KFC. For all my Australians, Japanese KFC is actually not anywhere near as good as KFC in Australia. Their chips don't even have chicken salt or anything on them. Do you remember when I made you try KFC chips in Australia?
It's so different.
It blew your mind, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, what lesson can you teach us today? What's some waifu wisdom you could bestow upon us?
You should always be good to your husband.
You should always be good to your husband. Okay. That's waifu over 9,000 advice. I don't even know where I'm going with this. Anyways, let's head home. So I think that's about it for today. I know it's probably going to be a little bit of a short one, but wasn't much to film. We got the glass replaced. Kind of did a little bit of dent repair with some hammer stuff that you probably saw in that time lapse. I'm not a body guy. I definitely have no idea what I'm doing, but I did know that it was a good idea to kind of tap those little dents out from the groove, because like if you've ever seen a windshield out, the roof lining kind of comes and then it goes straight down to like a seam, and that little straight down section had like bowed out a tiny bit. So I used the hammers to kind of tap that back in and level it out, and it kind of made the top of the dents like move back out, which was really good, which means those paintless dent removers should actually do some things. What?
Did you promote about Nismo Festival?
Yes, I remembered to do that this time in this video. We're gonna both be at Nismo Festival. Wow, this light is not good for us. You look like a ghost. You look so overexposed, and I'm barely here. Hang on, there we go. Anyways, yeah, we look worse now, wow. We're both gonna be at Nismo Festival. What are you gonna be doing? What's your job there?
I'm gonna be the cute Japanese girl selling Yashio factory merch.
Yeah, maybe even Lin-chan will be there selling merch. That'll be cute.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're both going to be there. Make sure you come say hi.
The best thing about this year's difference, well, I mean, Yashio, I'm gonna be there, so that means that those people who speak English will be able to talk and ask me questions. I will be ready to answer
questions that then you're going to come and ask me and Mocha-chan.
No, that's why I'm gonna have a little script at the back of
Oh man, you're going to be prepared. She's going to have like an FAQ ready. That's good, a little cheat sheet. I thought you were going to say like the best thing about this one. Oh no, that was the S-Army. Don't worry.
Okay, just stop. Anyways, we'll see you there at Nismo Festival, December 8th at Fuji Speedway. Admission is not free.
I don't know what admission is. But yeah, Nismo Festival, we'll be there. We'll have a Yashio factory booth. It's going to be sick. It's going to be rad. Lots of cool SRs. My car's going to be on display. May's going to be on display. Anyways, peace out. Ciao, Mata.